Hello, my name's Rebecca, aka Mummy's Triplets and Bros. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do now. I've got a new office. Here is my new office. It's in a cupboard. Yes, we've had a cupboard built in our kitchen and it does house my new computer. That is one of my triplets, who is supposed to be with Daddy, being nice and quiet so I can record this video. But hey, that never quite happens. It's always chaos in our house. They're now trying to break in to the kitchen to find Mum. Anyway, the reason that I've come on to talk today is because I have just come out of the tail end of my second shadow ban. And I know that when it first happened to me, I tried to research everything about how I could overcome this and get it lifted. I watched lots of vlogs, lots of people with different suggestions, and I just want to tell you about what I found, because on this second round I did try some of the suggestions that I'd watched the first time round, and actually they didn't work. So the most important one being to, if you have been Shadowbanned, and when you've been Shadowbanned you'll know that because essentially you become invisible. It's the closest thing I would describe it as to for your account disappearing, except it's still there but your hashtags just don't work. So for example, my hashtag, I'd actually started the hashtag triple the look because the girls do a fashion blog for toddler clothing. And excuse me one moment while I sit and try again, take two. Anyway, where was I? So yes, I'd started a hashtag called triple the look, and essentially on both occasions that I've got shadow banned, my pictures have completely disappeared from my own hashtag. So there are still pictures in that hashtag, but it'll be pictures by other people. So you can trial whether you've been shadow banned or not by doing perhaps quite a small hashtag and seeing whether your picture appears in it. In particular, click on recent on the right hand side, and if you are appearing in the hashtag, then you're going to see your picture there. I did this a few times and I wasn't finding my pictures, so I knew that I'd been shadow banned. You also sadly see your engagement dropping, so there's less likes per photo, and also you start to lose followers. It's really disheartening, particularly when the reason for being shadow banned is completely unfair. It was the last time for me, and it was again this time. The picture that got shadow banned, I won't show it here, but it is on my Facebook page for anyone that cares to go and look at it, was a picture of my three girls waiting to go into the bath with their bottoms covered with big peach emojis. And that's because I choose, each to their own, I choose not to show naked pictures of my girls. There are lots of my mummy friends who do choose naked pictures, who do show naked pictures, and there is nothing more beautiful than a little baby's bottom in a picture, is there, let's face it. So they're beautiful pictures to look at, but that's with an innocent mind. Because I know that not everybody has an innocent mind, I choose not to show naked photos of my girls. The irony is that in covering my girls' nakedness with these peach emojis, my picture actually got reported, and I received a message from Instagram saying that the picture was being removed because it may breach community guidelines. Now, aside from the fact that there are lots of naked bottoms of all varieties, young, old, whatever the case may be, so to have a picture removed when you're not even showing a naked bottom is really quite frustrating. But also, as some of my followers told me, there's some really vulgar naked bottom pictures of grown-ups out there as well that they had reported, which Instagram had not removed. So it really can be very, very frustrating if you feel that you've been shadow banned for a reason that's totally unfair. So you do get a choice when Instagram messages and it says if we've made a mistake, then please press this button. Now I did that, so I appealed against the decision. I didn't hear anything. I sent another message to Instagram via the help centre where you can report a problem, and I went into the something's not working, and it doesn't require a response from Instagram. I've never had a response from Instagram when doing this. But I put my hashtag isn't working, triple the look, all of my photos have disappeared. I'm concerned this is following a picture being reported. Please tell me how I can make my pictures appear again, basically in my hashtag. Didn't hear anything, and I'd read again that a shadow ban will generally last for about 14 days. One of the things that had really stood out the last time I was researching shadow bans, when I was shadow banned the first time, was that someone had found that when they paid for an advert, so they sponsored a photo basically, then they found that the shadow ban was lifted. So I thought I'd try this, and I paid about £10–12 to sponsor one of my photos, and this was immediately as I'd been shadow banned. So I could see whether that really did work, and I have to report it didn't lift the shadow ban, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to have to ride this out now. It's going to be about 14 days. 14 days went past on the Wednesday just gone. It's Sunday today, and it wasn't until Saturday that I noticed that my hashtags were working again. And the way that I did that, aside from checking in using a smaller hashtag, and by smaller hashtag I mean one that is not very popular. So if you try to find yourself in Insta Daily, for example, you're going to struggle. But something like Triple the Look, it's only a very small hashtag. I think it's got about 400 odd posts in it, so I'm able to see easily whether I'm appearing in that. The other easy way, of course, to check whether you're appearing in hashtags is when you use your hashtags to check your insights. So if you've got a business account, you can check your insights, and when I was doing this, I could see that my hashtags just weren't appearing. When you check your insights, you're looking at where the activity is on your picture. And usually I would have activity on hashtags, so it would tell me about how many people had accessed my picture through the hashtags that I'd used, and there was just no activity via hashtags. When I checked my insights on Saturday on the picture I'd posted then, hashtags appeared, and it was a eureka moment where I thought, hooray, it's lifted, my hashtags are now unlocked, they're working again. And prior to noticing that my hashtags were working again, following the Wednesday, which was the 14-day cut-off point based on what I understood, and I realised that my hashtags still weren't working, the shadow ban was still in place. So I contacted Instagram for a third time, because I'd initially pressed the appeal button when I got the message from them. I'd also sent another email or message to them saying something's not working, my hashtags are not working, my pictures have disappeared from the hashtag I created, Triple Look. And then past the 14-day mark, I emailed them again to say my hashtags, my pictures have still not appeared in Triple the Look. I'm a small family account, it's an entirely innocent account, a picture's been reported unfairly in my opinion. I choose not to post naked pictures of my girls, and I took care to cover their naked bottoms so that they didn't appear naked on my Instagram grid. What can you do to help me? And the next day, so that was Friday actually that I sent that, and the next day the shadow ban was lifted. So whether it was because of the message that I'd sent through the help centre, report a problem, something's not working, whether it was because of that, The other thing that people say to you in the various videos that you'll watch about how to lift a shadow ban is they'll say, don't mention the word shadow ban. I don't know whether that's a bit of an urban legend or urban myth, whatever you call it, because really, I think we all know that a shadow ban exists. I didn't use the term, but I did say to them that my hashtags are not working. What is happening? This isn't fair. And as I say, following that message to Instagram, which was my third contact with them regarding this shadow ban, my hashtag started working again the next day. So it might just be that it had timed out, although it was slightly longer than the 14 days, which initially started to worry me. Or it might be that someone did activate something having seen my message. I don't know. What I do know is that buying an advert, sponsoring a post, did not lift my shadow ban. Appealing the initial decision did not lift my shadow ban. And also my second message to them did not lift it. So I'm kind of, having been shadow banned for the second time now, I'm kind of thinking that it is something that you just have to ride out, but do try and make contact to report the problem. And if you think it is an unfair decision, then tell them so. Okay, so I hope that's helpful, perhaps in some way reassuring that if you are currently under a shadow ban, I do anticipate it will lift. It's happened to me twice now. It's lifted after roughly 2 weeks on both occasions, and I wouldn't try spending any money. If, as I say, you haven't subscribed, do please come and join us. We're due to do a shopping haul. I haven't done one before, but I've bought a few basics for the girls to feature in Triple the Look, so we'd love to come and join us for that. Take care, see you soon, bye bye.